5 red lights do come upon us here in Singapore for the 5 red lights. When do they rev it up? We'll find out. For the 5 red lights, the overtake button engaged for Jack. Here come the 5 red lights. They rev it up. In Singapore, it's lights out and away we go. Jack got a decent start, but Speedy Midget is content and challenging with him. They're 3 wide and almost 4 wide in the middle of the pack, but the McLaren, and there goes Such Jay with the McLaren around. That's Speedy Midget at the back. He's crashed along with Such Jay. They're 3 wide, and I think a Jab and Kostag almost collided similar to Ocon and Perez. They're 3 wide with Scratty Rat, Sam Cole, and Jarv. The Haas is really looking to be able to make up positions on the first lap, but Kostag side by side with Kagoda, but Jack has got a second lead already with side by side between Kyle SO2, Kagoda, Kostag at that very back. Here's going by Kagoda, and there's a crash somewhere. That is F1 driver. He's been spun round with damage. After a good start for both Alfa Romeos, one of the Alfa Romeos is sitting on the side of the road and into the wall. Speedy Midget kind of at the back of that train, and you have Rapalucas, that's Cobra, going down the inside of Tax. They're side by side, contact made, they're 3 wide. Here comes Sam Cole around the far outside, Cobra locking up, and under the barrier almost is Sam Cole. He's still wheel to wheel with Tax. Sam Cole through the inside, but Tax around the outside getting squeezed to the wall. Here comes Scratty Rat back down the inside, with Jarv challenging. Scratty Rat trying to go side by side with Tax. Tax runs a bit wide at the Singapore sling. And now ABS Jarv challenges right here. ABS Jarv goes around the outside. Tax has lost almost 5 positions from all of that.
And nearly so. And oh, a virtual safety car. Oh, big contact. Kyle off. After contact with Jarv. He's heading the wrong way. Will he be okay? Yes, he will. Safety car deployed. That is big.
So that runners.
My point has been completely thrown out the window there. As soon as we were discussing the lack, if there is a, lack of safety cars, what will the medium runners do? Okay.
We just call it, don't we? We just call it.
Always.
We just do. That's what we do. Yeah, so I'm assuming, of course, all the guys from the lead, from the front of the field will pit. I assume so. Kostag coming into the pits, Kyle SO2 coming into the pits. Now Jack will definitely take the race lead. Hard runners.
This lap.
That's okay. Last moment, I guess. Those hard runners, though, they're gonna at least go 28 laps at the very minimum, so they could do what Matty Momo did. Simple as that. And here come the safety car into the pits. When does Jack choose to go? He's got to gain a big gap. He's going now, but the game's going to back him off because the safety car is not yet into the pits. Polo might gain a bit of momentum, but it's green flags back in the air. Polo, 8 F1 Master, they're on the podium right now, and they're trying to challenge Jack because right now, Jack, if he win this race on track, he would be sitting back in 19th as the safety car restart. That's where he'd be sitting because of how close this field is right now with that 10-second time penalty. GSR Pluto, Ian Felipe losing positions on the safety car restart. And you see F1 driver ghosting inside of V2, down the inside of him. V2 is actually in the wall. He's been spun around. I think there was contact with Tax or Felipe, one of the two. Jab has now gone down the inside of Tax. They're side by side. Tax not giving much room. F1 driver with a penalty. And Tax does go ahead around the far outside.
Pluto around as well. Last week's race.
It's been horrible for McLaren. What's happened with him? He may have had contact with someone around DW, Scratty Rat, or Felipe. Pluto should have damage here. I think he does on the left side. He should. Oh, Kostag down the inside of Kyle SO2 at the hairpin, and Speedy Midget has lost positions.
And this is going to invite Kostag through. He's going to go around the outside. Oh, they've touched as well.
Oh, boy. Well, here comes Kostag around the outside of ABS Jarv. Kostag trying to go around the far outside. They're actually touching and banging wheels right there. Kostag goes ahead. Jarv still trying to challenge. And again, they're not within that 10-second barrier. They need to be. Kostag ahead up to 4th. Pluto by V2. Positions trade there.
It's kind of what Jack's doing, but, Sam Cole can't really do that. It's not the same as they're not teammates.
ABS Jarv has been spun round. And with Kyle too,
Oh,
there's
no.
damage GWs around. Oh no. And VSC out of that.
Ah, we called it.
That is so
I called
unlucky
it.
for DW, Kyle too, all of them. That is so unlucky. And that has to hurt. Especially if you're Jarv. GSR Pluto Kagoda, the two championship rivals from Season 2 Tier 2, side by side between them.
Oh.
GSR Pluto Kagoda. Pluto ahead. GSR Pluto has got that position. Bad for Kostag, Jarv, all those guys. They were running so well and so good in points positions. But Kagoda around the far outside of Pluto, touching wheels there. Pluto really pinching Kagoda. It's the Mercedes driver versus the McLaren. Kagoda still ahead and is ahead now. And
contact
he's
from
got tagged by
behind.
Kostag.
That's twice he's done that at this section of the track now.
But Jack heads to the final sector, heads to the final set of corners. Last week was probably a fluke, but today the 10-second doesn't matter because Jack is going to come to win the race and extend his championship lead. Jack wins once again for the 4th time this season. He's on the top step of the podium, but give it to Sam Cole. A first podium for him and only 2 seconds off the race victory. That's a first podium for him and a very job well done. Polo under the podium. Cobra to 4th. You have behind that ABS Jarv and Kostag. They're still battling it out. V2 Combat's left the session. He's already finished the race. And close between Kagoda, Speedy Midget off the track, passing him. But Kagoda has got through for 7th. Tax finishes top 5, Such J as well. Here comes DW for another points finish. He's got it. Kagoda is 6th. Not bad for Mercedes. And now for the final points paying position, Kostag, Jarv,
Oh, go on,
side
Jarv.
by side.
I got it on penalties.
Jarv's got it. There you go.